Yo, what is up, guys? Ghost Sniper here, back with some more gameplay. And today we're going to be reviewing the T26E4 Super Pershing, one of my favorite tanks. This tank is a Tier 8 Premium American medium tank, but I don't really like calling it a medium, because for one, it's slow. Like, as you can see right now, we're just barely hitting 35. And those guys are just storming ahead, except for the Edelweiss who just killed that rock. But, I mean, it's not too bad, as you can see right now. We're at least at 40, which is the speed cap. But, the other thing is this tank has armor, like, lots of armor. And it's spaced, too, which is always good. And there's a story behind how this tank got its armor, which is, so there was a there was a Pershing, and they found this little, this knocked out panther, and they took the body of the panther, the hull. I'm pretty sure they just stripped it of its chassis or of all its metals, and they bolted the metals onto the Super Pershing, or onto the Pershing. And then the Pershing became the Super Pershing with a crap load of armor. And this tank, when I say it has armor, it has a lot of armor. Like, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere the front of the hull, straight on, has a equivalent value of 250 to 300 millimeters of armor. I'm not sure if that's correct me if I'm wrong, but it certainly feels like it when you're able to bounce IS-3 shots, IS-6 shots, using APCR and heat. And it comes in handy, except for getting setting on fire like that. But so there's an IS-3 and there's a T-32. So the T-32 bounces. Oh, and the IS-3 doesn't face us. We're gonna try getting this IS-3. Ah, shoot. He hid. Uh, get a shot into his butt. I don't want to get shot by this T-32, so I'll try to focus fire on him. But the IS-3 is turning around to face me, so I guess I'll have to take him out. IS-3 kills the bridge. Now I feel like I'll just focus on him. But the T-32 gets a decent high roll and knocks me out. But, yeah, so about the Super Pershing. The armor is great, especially the frontal armor. The side and rear is typical American. It's like 50 millimeters or something. But the gun itself, so the gun's armor piercing penetration is 170. Not that good. But the armor piercing composite rigid is like 257, which is pretty good. But you're usually going to have to dip into your APCR to win. But, I mean, you don't really face a lot of tanks with that much armor. Well, at least for me, because I aim at weak spots. But if you really want to just shoot the guy, like let's say a T-32, with that decent front armor he has, then you're gonna have to use APCR. And yeah, I actually forgot to turn off Supremacy. I actually don't like Supremacy. So I'll turn that off and give you guys some better gameplay. So the gun itself, penetration isn't that good. It's a normal 90 millimeter. DPM wise, the gun is pretty good. I mean, I think it's 8 rounds a minute. Let's actually check. 8.3 rounds a minute. As you can see, there's the penetration. I run a ventilation, the rammer, the gun rammer, and vertical stabilizers because I find the aim time is not what I'd like it to be. So I'd keep it so that the bloom doesn't get much high in the first place. So as you can see, DD help. Oh, so the armor. I mean, ooh, Dracula. I really want that tank because It has the highest horsepower to ton ratio in the game. As you can see, it just smoked the Type 62. But I'll see if I can get it without golding it. Oh yeah, but back to what I was saying. The gun, you won't really notice the penetration unless you're facing like KV5s or Hype 59s. As you can see, he's just pure red. But we do end up shooting his R2D2, so that's good. Panther 2, I'm not too worried about him. He doesn't have a lot of alpha. We bounce another one off the KV5. Not sure where that SU is. Let's hope he isn't on that little island over there. So, as you can see, even the front of the Panther 2, you kinda gotta aim for the lower plate. Oh, we actually set him. Ooh, nice. Set him on fire there. The turret traverse is also painfully slow, but just turn your tracks and your hull. You won't really notice it. Not sure where you got that one in. I'm pretty sure you got it on the drive wheel. The drive wheel is weak, just like every other tank. So I'd suggest just facing opponent's front on. So we bounce the Type 62. Chiril is stock, so I'm not too worried about him. T6 takes him out. We bounce off the Chiri. I go in for a classic little ram, and he's still bouncing off of us. Nothing new there. T6 finishes him off. Gonna go back and help our friends over there. Doesn't look like they need that much help though. Well, now it kinda does. What about the mobility of this tank? Well, it's not that good. I mean, the engine is certainly underwhelming with 500 horsepower, and this tank weighing 50 tons. You get a pretty bad horsepower to ton ratio. But the ground resistances of this tank have been buffed recently. I think a while back. So that's always good. And we zone in onto his R2D2, but don't get the kill. Finish the SU though. Got this nice camo painted on it. The gun depression, it's American. I read on the forums it's 10 degrees, which is, yes, very American. And the hull, not the hull, sorry, the turret of this tank is extremely powerful. I read that it's 300 to 340 millimeters straight, like facing it straight at the front, which is insanely powerful. Basically, everything you meet, except maybe an ISU firing APCR, will be able to penetrate it. Now, this tank does have two cupolas, but I also read this on the forums. The one on the right side, looking at it like this, is not modeled. You can only hit that left one, or the right one right now. And it's not that easy to hit when you're far away. When you're closer, yeah, it's easy to hit, but usually you're not going to be that close unless you're brawling. So people aren't really going to hit it. But if you are brawling, then you're a pretty high tank. I usually find myself brawling ISs, so they have a decently hard time looking up at me while I'm jiggling my hull and stuff. So unless they're insanely accurate or RNGesus is on their side, they really won't be able to hit that. As you can see, we're going hull down here, trying not to expose anything. And it's working out so far. And get another nice shot at the defender. T-34 gets himself up there. I'll be a little bit aggressive here. Don't want to waste precious time, so. Pretty sure the defender's on a reload. Oops, my bad. Pretty sure the enemy defender's on a reload. So, we'll see. Yeah, it looks like he's reloading. As you can see, we've basically been firing APCR this whole time. And we will see after the credit coefficient and how much it actually made. But this tank makes good money. So I'm not too worried about it. ISU, the cheeky little ISU over there, gets a shot into us. Pretty sure this defender will finish him off. Oh, what a low roll. That was disgusting. Insanely low roll for the defender. VK over there. My shot goes all the way to China, but the T-34 finishes him off. And again, my shot goes to China. But, okay. Defender, move. I don't want to die. Ooh, nice. Alright, right on, right on. Nice. What do I have to say about this tank? What do I consider it over the T-34? Yeah, I do. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because the T-34's hull armor is garbage, or because it's T-34 is insanely slow. I would prefer this tank over it. I mean, you don't have a lot to lose, except for the ultra high penetration of the T-34. You're not really losing a lot. And maybe the turret, because the T-34's turret is like fortress up there, so. But other than that, I'd suggest getting this. It's a good tank. It's not beginner friendly though, because I find if for beginners, maybe like they'll think, oh, the armor's impenetrable. They'll get themselves in an advanced position, and then they'll just get flanked, get hit in the side and the rear, and they'll boom, they're dead. And I feel beginners do better with long reload guns, so they can learn how to peekaboo. But other than that, this tank is pretty good. And what more do I have to say? Well, you won't really find the maneuverability to be a pain, because as you can see, I'm still keeping up with these guys up to a limit, but I'm still keeping up with them. And that's about it. I mean, other than this, maybe actually, maybe the Type 59 if it was still available. But since it's not available, no other tank is really like this. Like with the low caliber gun, but the nice armor and decent maneuverability. Ooh, Pershing got himself stuck. Get a nice shot into him. Not sure if we track him, but there we are. The DPM isn't too bad on this gun. As you can see, the reload counter, it's 5.8 because I'm running the rammer and the, what's it called? The fan, not the fan, jeez, I forgot already. The, jeez, what's it called? The rammer, yeah. The gun rammer. Can't believe I forgot that. But, I don't mind the DPM. I don't use this tank as an insane all-out kamikaze tank. And I have no idea how that did not penetrate. But when you need to, just pop that adrenaline, you'll get some nice DPM. Not like insane DPM, but it's still good. Bouncing shots left and right. We might die here, but I really want to get this Tiger out the game. Because I mean, the Tiger's a pretty good tank. I'm not sure if he's a good player. Maybe he is. If he is a good player, that's just a bonus, but the Tiger, the tank itself, is my main concern. There we whittle him down. Our ally gets the kill. IS-6 puts a massive shot into me. I just want to back up out of here because I know the IS-6 will be reloading. The turret traverse does get you, or it does make you miss some shots sometimes. But this is something you'll have to live with, or something you'll have to learn how to get over. It's not a big pain. I mean, sometimes you will be like, I can't believe I missed that. But it happens. So as you can see, I'm trying to hold this flank. RU gets a good shot into me right there. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Would I recommend this tank? Oh yeah, if you're a good player, have a couple thousand battles in, maybe 5,000 battles, 54 plus win rate. Yeah, get the tank. It makes good credits. It's fun to drive, and it's pretty troll when it comes to it. And the gun, don't worry too much about the gun. There's worse guns out there. But that's about it, guys. See you next time.